this is actually a real problem because, as Mary Daly said, we cannot fight against oppression when there are no nameable oppressors. So this is a real problem for feminism, and also for any sort of activism or revolution, political revolution, when we cannot establish class consciousness and identify the division of classes. Who is the exploiters? Who are the exploited? And this is the real mistake in the social theory of othering, or this is the vulgar misreading of the theory of othering. So the idea of the other is that this social group is seen as this coherent group and distinct from the dominating group. And postmodernist theory argues that we need to deconstruct the creation of the category of the other and make it so that there is no distinction between groups, and everybody is recognized as this infinitely unique individual who is irreducible to any social category of description. But in reality, you actually need to identify yourself as a member of an exploited class and unite together in class interest to be able to fight any power that is oppressing you. And, we see this throughout history, throughout any act of slavery, colonization, oppression. The dominant group can't subordinate another group merely through brute force. They also need to do this sophisticated process of dismantling the group as a group. And this is done through banning their language, their religion, and destroying their way of life. For example, in the history of Western civilization was able to consolidate their hold on diverse cultural territories, the Romans, by instituting a hierarchical system of spiritual authority, Christianity. And they were able to suppress paganism by burning pagan temples and executing pagan practitioners. But it still wasn't enough. They had to appropriate certain elements of paganism into Christianity, like Yule and Easter. And, for example, Easter is the Christian holiday of celebrating the day that Jesus rose from the dead. But Easter, where does that come from? Where do the bunnies come from? Where do the eggs come from? And it's actually an appropriation of the goddess of the dawn, whose name was Easter. And it's really a fantastic example of queering when this goddess's name was rendered totally meaningless and emptied out of all meaning. That was subversive to the powers.